Hi Shimmy Shakers, and welcome to my next video in my series about choosing props for your performance. Now, I've already done a few videos on this topic, so I'll link them below. Please make sure you check them out. And I do have a few more to come, so please make sure you subscribe to be notified of when they are released. So today I am talking all about our beautiful silk veils. I really love working with veils. They look so pretty and colourful. It's really lovely to dance with a veil, and I think that as well, especially at things like weddings or big events, it makes it a lot more dramatic. So what are some of the pros and cons of dancing with veils, and how can you use them in your performance? Firstly, as I said, veils, they give a lot of colour, they give a lot of energy, especially if it's just one of you dancing. Then using a veil can really make it more dramatic and more of a spectacle. You can use lots of different colours in your veils, which I think helps as well. This one I really love. This is from Silk Bazaar, and it's so pretty, so pretty. See, look at that. Who wouldn't want to watch that? The other thing that you need to be careful of is how your veil is placed. So whenever you are using a prop for a performance, always make sure that there's enough space. Many times I always like to take a prop when I'm dancing at a restaurant, and sometimes I'll take my veil and I'll think there's enough space, but then there's not. One tip is, if you are dancing at a restaurant, remember people are sitting low at tables. So you want to try and keep your veil work up high. You can still do these kind of moves, but catch them quite straight away and try and keep it nice and high away from their plates. It's also really sweet, I think, if you're swooshing your veil around and you go close to people but without touching them, because that gets them more involved and they get into the dance more, thinking that you're going into their space, but it's not really you, it's the beautiful veil. Another thing is that you can often start with your veil as an entrance dance. If you're on stage or if it's a big reception centre, you've got lots of space, it's beautiful to enter with a veil. If you do this, make sure that you drop your veil somewhere where it's not going to be in the way. You don't want to drop your veil right in the middle of the dance floor and then be stepping on it when you're trying to dance afterwards. So it's best to try and put it at the back. The other thing is, if you are performing with the veil, it doesn't look so nice picking it up. So you just saw how I dropped it. If I'm going to pick up my veil, it's not so elegant to go like this. I haven't worked out an elegant way yet to pick up the veil. If anyone has any tips on doing that, please write it in the comments below. But what I always find best is to get rid of the veil and then don't use it again in your performance. If you want to use your veil part way through your performance, a nice thing to do is to wear it on you. So you can do this like with the butterfly, and then make sure it's off your shoulders and tuck it in to your hips. So then, when you're ready to use it, you can do all your dancing, you're ready for your veil, you can turn, and it's already with you. If you're doing this, make sure that you choose the correct points in your veil to tuck into your hips. Firstly, you don't want it to be tangled, so if you have it in front, you can put it all over your shoulders and over your neck. But see, I'm holding onto the same points the whole time. If I had it screw width like this and then tuck it in like this, it's going to be very difficult for me to pick it up while I'm on stage. See, if I'm here and I pick it up, it's very uneven and it's going to be too hard to work my way down to then get it back into the right position. So make sure you test that first. Another thing that a veil is really nice for with a performance is while you're waiting to come out. So one thing I like to do is wrap my veil around me, so tuck it in to here and tuck it into here. And this way you still look like you're in costume, you still look beautiful, but you're keeping a few things hidden so that then they have the surprise when you actually do come out. Now as well, if you do drop your veil on the floor, always ask somebody else to get it for you. So say I've dropped it over here. You don't want to have to walk out in your costume to go and get your veil. You don't want to have to change to then walk out in your veil. Always ask someone beforehand, oh, can you please look after my veil? Make sure you remember your props too. You don't want to be leaving them around. You don't want to be forgetting them. They are expensive. They are beautiful. They're part of what you need to do as a dancer. So always look after your props. So I hope you've liked this video on things you can use veils for when you're doing professional performances. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if there's anything else or any other props you'd like me to cover, please write it down in the comments below. I have a few more planned. If there are any others, of course, I would be loving to cover them for you. Thank you very much for watching, and happy dancing!